Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And my brothers and sisters, something massive happened today that has not happened in at least my lifetime, and I'm pushing 40. So, that's something. We now have an independent candidate who has declared away from the Democratic Party in Robert Kennedy Jr., and he is now running as an independent for president. This has ramifications across the board, and when it comes to our gun rights, in my opinion, it's a little more on the positive side, but let me know what you guys think in the comments field below, and of course, everything is linked if you want to see the entire video. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. We are distributing freedom twice daily. We'd love to have you along for the ride, and thank you for that consideration. And the content and analysis today is brought to you by SDI. Now, I know a lot of you out there like to upgrade and modify your own guns. And if you're looking to turn the hobby that you love into a career that you can love, Sonora and Desert Institute can help. Their online programs cover everything from gunsmithing to ballistics, woodworking and finishes, shooting, sports management, and more. Plus, all the tools and materials are shipped directly to your house, and it happens from your house. There's never been a better time to explore an opportunity from a hobby to a career, so what are you waiting for? There's a link in the description box below. Find out some information, and thank you so much to SDI for making this content possible. All right, my brothers and sisters, so the big news that we're going to talk about here is RFK Jr. has declared for president away from the Democratic Party where he was, and he's now in the Independent Party. Now, this has a three-candidate race, Republican, Independent, and Democrat. Now, why this is so important for gun rights, we're going to get to in 1 second. But there's never been an independent candidate with as much steam as he has. And it's going to pull from the general electorate on both sides, but one side's going to get it a lot worse than the other, at least in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field. But now, let me show you the announcement and then show you some other things that he said, because it was actually a fairly decent speech. But check this out.
The country is ready for a history-making change. They are ready to reclaim their freedom, their independence. And
I saw that and I thought, is that what something?
And that's why I'm here today. I'm here to declare myself an independent candidate.
Now, that's the actual Declaration of Independence happened in Philadelphia today. Interesting how you're not seeing a whole lot around it, right? The corporate media doesn't want this to happen. They want Biden. They want the Democratic Party versus the Republican Party. They want the Biden versus Trump rematch 2024. When you look at what Bobby Kennedy is about to do, he is not solid on gun rights. Don't get me wrong. I'm not endorsing RFK Jr. I'm not supporting him in any way, shape, or form. All I'm saying is he just threw a wrench in the party that they weren't wanting to happen. The two-party system, pick whichever wing of the bird you want, is one of the favorite tactics the elites and the media will use. RFK Jr. comes in and says, well, now I'm running for independent, and he's going to pull Democrats away from Biden. Biden is already in an incredibly weak position. Now let's get to the gun rights portion of this. When you look at all three of these candidates, you've got Biden, obviously proven to be anti-gun, extreme anti-gun, anti-gun extraordinaire, and, in my opinion, unconstitutional actions across the board consistently through the executive branch. He's got a record and he's proven it. Then you've got RFK Jr., who's also not great on gun rights at all, but he's also not as extreme, and he's a little more pragmatic about it. He still has the same stances, but he's got a more pragmatic stance or approach. Then you've got Trump. Trump has a mixed background on this, quite candidly. Some good, some bad. Supreme Court justices, good. Bump stock bans using the ATF and the same tactics that Biden used, bad. I mean, it's kind of a mixed bag. But the big thing that's important here is, of the three, the person that's more likely, again, likely, to not continue the infringement on the Second Amendment and maybe roll something back could potentially be Trump. Again, I'm being very tongue-in-cheek. I'm not saying one, this, that, or the other. But what I am saying is, of the three, it's more likely that you'll have endorsements from the NRA. You'll have endorsements from different gun groups. You'll have endorsements from advisors who are more affiliated to the pro-gun side in someone like Trump. And this guy, RFK Jr., is pulling votes from the Democrat side, making it harder for Biden to continue his assault on the Second Amendment, making it difficult for him to win, the RFK Jr., and then de facto pushing more people to the Trump side or pushing Trump's percentages higher. That's why this is so interesting. This is unprecedented. This is a big deal. Now, let me show you what he said here, because he said some truth in this segment, and I thought this was interesting. Listen to what he said.
Now, the media pundits are going to tell you that we don't have any chance. They've given me a couple of first names. One of them is long shot candidate. And they say my impact is only going to draw votes from the other candidates. The Democrats are frightened that I'm going to spoil the election for President Biden. And the Republicans are frightened that I'm going to spoil it for President Trump. The truth is, they're both right. My intention is to spoil it for both of them.
Being completely candid, that was a pretty good line. I actually really enjoyed that. That's where this whole thing boils down. If you're looking at this coming election from the lens of gun rights, this is a very big development. You didn't just have 50-50 chance of which one's going to infringe, which one isn't, and which one's the worst of two evils, or the better of two evils. Now you've got three, one pulling bigger, or from both sides, it's going to be bigger than the other on the left, because he's a Kennedy, and because he's a Democrat. He's going to align more so to the Democrat than the anti-Trump faction or the Trump faction. At least that's my opinion. This has potential to put and pull more conservative, more Republican people in the lower offices to write the laws, to curtail the ATF, to bring everything back, which, again, this filters back to it's bigger than just Trump. It's also down ballot. In my opinion, this is going to impact the Democrats much worse than it is the Republicans, and you're going to see more down ballot defections over to the Republicans, which will give us more power to actually do something at that point, because they're more likely to than the Democrats. Again, this is all conjecture. This is just my opinion, and this is all under likely, because you never know, because sometimes you get a rhino mixed in there like a little bag of chips. But that's what I've got for you. You've got now a third candidate. RFK Jr. is running as an independent, probably going to pull from Democrats more than Republicans, but hey, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.